whereas now it is named as the Shiv Shakti Point and the Tiranga Point. These are announcements that had just come in from the Prime Minister when he was addressing ISRO scientists at the ISRO Command Centre. He had announced that essentially the point where the Vikram lander was, that is going to be now known as the Shiv Shakti Point, and Chandrayaan-3's footsteps will be known as the Tiranga Point. Now, beyond this, LOP Maharashtra Vijay Vadetiwar claims that the Prime Minister's roadshow was politically motivated. Listen in.
Congress and Prime Minister Modi. Congress puts family first, Prime Minister puts India first. And therefore today, we have all learned with great pride that the impact point, the touch point of Chandrayaan-2 and Chandrayaan-3 on the moon would be called Tiranga Point, and where the Vikram lander landed on the south side of the moon for the first time via Chandrayaan-3 will be called as the Shiv Shakti Point. Both represent India's great cultural values and heritage and is the collective resolve of 140 crore Indians. But what did the UPA at the time of Congress party-led government name the point as? They named it as Jawahar Point. That is the difference in the mindset.
नहीं, नामकरण में तो बीजेपी बहुत वस्ताद है। उसका एडवांटेज कैसे लेना, क्या लेना, ये उनके दिमाग में हमेशा होता है। राज सवाल की वैज्ञानिकों को मिलने के लिए पंतप्रधान जी गए, उनका निश्चित रूप से हमें अभिमान है और हम आनंद व्यक्त करते हैं कि वैज्ञानिकों को मिलना चाहिए। देश के पंतप्रधान ने जब बाहर थे, पर जाने के बाद में रोड शो क्यों किया? तो चंद्रयान के पीछे राजनीति भी छुपी है क्या? चंदा मामा आओ, चंदा मामा छुप के बोलते ना, तो वो छुप कर इसके पीछे, चंद्रयान के पीछे राजनीति का भी मकसद हो सकता है। अगर ये रोड शो वैज्ञानिकों के साथ में होता तो बड़ी गर्व की बात होती, जिन्होंने अपने मेहनत से, कष्ट से दिन रात जागकर ये अभियान यशस्वी किया और उसका यशस्वी लैंडिंग किया, तो इसके बारे में हमें गर्व है। पर ये जो रोड शो है, ये राजनीति से प्रेरित है।
Politics continues to erupt over the Chandrayaan-3 mission, but let's cross over to CNN News 18's Pallavi Ghosh to get us more on what's taking place currently. Pallavi, over to you.
Well, in fact, even before the landing of the Chandrayaan on the moon, we saw politics break out over it, and there were lots of images and memes which were pushed out by the Congress party, for example, on the social media timeline, and also claims that the entire space journey actually began during the time of Jawaharlal Nehru, where he would actually give funds to, say, Vikram Sarabhai and to ISRO and so on and so forth. Once the moon landed there, and the fact that even late last night we saw tweets coming in from Jairam Ramesh, where he accused the Prime Minister of being petty and not inviting the Chief Minister and Deputy CM of Karnataka when the Prime Minister was landing in Bengaluru as per protocol. And now, with meeting up with the ISRO scientists, the Congress has decided to take it one step further. While they're saying it's okay for the Prime Minister to meet them, but clearly he's not giving complete credit to them. He wants to take credit himself, giving the credit to his government and to his party. And the roadshow is something where the objection is being raised to. That what was the need for a roadshow? Shouldn't it have been all about the scientists today? Him going to ISRO headquarters, meeting up with the scientists is okay according to opposition parties, but holding a roadshow in a sense of celebration is actually deriving political mileage, and that is what the opposition parties are objecting to.
Absolutely. And to this, BJP's Shehzad Poonawalla has also talked about the different points that have been named. He compared the Jawahar Point with the Shiv Shakti Point that was just announced this morning, a short while ago, by the Prime Minister. Could you explain how the credit wars began?
So what the BJP is pointing out is that in the Congress party and in the UPA government, it was always about the family. Naming institutions, educational, social infrastructure institutions after the Nehru Gandhi family members, and even the Jawahar Point. Shouldn't it have been named after either an idea, a philosophy, or at most a scientist? But why is it that the Congress party, which is accusing the BJP of snatching credit, actually doing the same and in fact even worse? And the point which has been then made by the Prime Minister today and by the government is very clear, that we are going to call it Shiv Shakti Point. Today, National Space Day, that's also something which has been decided. And not name it after any politician, not even after the Prime Minister.
All right, Pallavi, thank you so much for joining us and bringing us that context when it comes to this breaking input. Right now, we're going to be